Hello, everybody. I forgot to mute that before I went my headphones. But hello, welcome back to more of my ADHD stream and more Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, I posted this on my coffee earlier this morning. There's an interesting nobody's to blame for this. Ever. Whenever somebody talks about people having advantages, I always think that that's making a blaming statement. It's not necessarily. But adults with ADHD have an interesting disadvantage to operating on Ko-fi and Patreon and things like that, because it's very difficult to say something every day if you don't have something to say. ADHD brains operate on a very what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Operational. Not operational. Functional aspect. Example. If I don't have something to text my friends about, even my best friend, like my best friend since high school, I text him once every few months. And it's not that I don't like him or want to talk to him. But if I don't have something to talk about, I don't talk. Which sounds weird considering how much I run my mouth on a regular basis, but like, if I don't have a reason to say something, I won't say something to someone. And so with things like Patreon and Ko-fi and other systems like that incentivize saying something at least once every day, with ADHD, as an adult with ADHD, that's difficult because, again, if I don't have something to say, I won't say anything, you know. And so like our Patreon, like Thunderstorm's Patreon, doesn't get updated ever because, like, well, you know, same old. We're producing things. Go look at our streams if you want to see what we're making. I don't really have anything to say there, so it never gets updated, which is bad, like from an interactivity perspective, because the idea with Patreon and Ko-fi and things like that is that, you know, the more you put on it, the more you post, the more you say, the more interaction you get, the more traffic you get, the more money you get. So you're incentivized to say something every day, but it's like, whoops. Anyways, yesterday, Shinra dropped the plate on us because we're being terrorists. Bad feels all around. Also, Aerith got captured, taken away by the Turks. She offered herself in exchange for Marlene's safety, basically. We learned in game that Aerith is an ancient member of a race called referred to as the Cetra, who were the stewards of the planet and have, you know, were the originators of magic, basically. All the things that we need materia to do, they could just do, which is why Aerith can just do magic without materia. Yeah, so. And now we're heading back to Barrett is very lost right now, like sort of mentally and emotionally. We're heading back to Sector 7 to see if we can find survivors. We saw Jesse, Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge die. Like, Biggs and Jesse died on the pillar, and Wedge got crushed by the plate falling. We saw. Oh yeah. Also, I just got my ass handed to me by a bunch of bandits.
Ain't dead yet. It's on now. Best do it right. No holding back. Take it from here.
That's the way to do it.
And now we're going back through the.
That a way out?
I'm almost afraid to go back.
Tifa.
Come on.
Cloud's leading them back through the collapsed highway that we went through with Aerith.
Does it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere. Weimer! You're alive! Still in one piece? Who else made it out? I wish I knew. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others. This is bad.
I really hope that all my friends are okay.
I'm sure they are, honey. Don't worry.
Rest on bench. Yeah, a good portion of Sector 7 managed to get out and survive.
Never know what you're gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
Audio's lucky.
Careful out there.
That and reopen it. When we do our taxes and everything this year, I think I'm gonna build a new computer because I don't think my my capture card is seated in properly, and I think that's just because it's just because of the way I had to put it in, because this computer was not originally designed with the idea of having a capture card in mind. There's a lot of things in this computer that weren't originally designed, obviously, because I've upgraded it since I've had it, but I think with my tax returns and the next stimulus check, I'm going to find those and build a new computer. One that is better at stream. Hey, new gun for Barrett. It's the Big Bird. Yeah, so there's the Gothic Bangle, which is the well-balanced free materia slot bangle.
Godspeed.
Bertha gives maximum fury. First one's upgraded. Upgrade Barrett, Big Bertha. As with everything, need more materia. Yeah, Big Bertha is a big gun. Like, lots of health. Yeah, it's the only thing that it loses to the light machine gun right now in is defense, because it doesn't have any defense stat. But Bit Birth is all about health and damage. Putting bullets down
This is
at a
bad.
rapid pace.
We need able-bodied men and women.
Yeah, we're heading through the tunnel that Aerith tried to show us earlier. Before we got sidetracked with the whole Don Corneo thing.
Okay. Let's see what's on the other side.
Finally, I can use some fresh air.
Damn it! I still can't believe this happened.
You can rest easy, folks. We can assure you
Sector 6 is right over there. We just need to walk a little bit longer, that's all.
All the more reason to go someplace new and start over.
Hey, where do you think?
I hadn't made it out here.
Don't say that. Things will work out. They always have.
But yeah, the
I
we
suppose
continue to crawl through this
Again?
and it's not like
the consequences of this whole thing. That kid
Oh!
that we
Is there
passed a second
anyone
ago.
out there that needs some help?
Every time that kid, I pass by that kid that goes, "Where's mom?" I just fucking start tearing.
My God.
just a little more. Come on. Come on.
It won't budge.
Make room.
Morrow, you're alive.
with me. Ready?
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
I choose to believe that that is that kid's mom.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you. So, what now?
Don't know. Find something. Anything to do.
Been back to the bar yet?
No.
Maybe you should go take a look?
Okay. First the bar, then the rest.
Careful. The roads are a mess. Watch your step or you'll wind up in a hole.
Hello! Anybody out there? If you can hear me, say something!
Then you look straight up and there's no plate. All around us. It's interesting, like, the plate basically sort of disintegrated as it fell, so it's like just in heaps and piles all over, rather than like one solid piece.
Hey! Hey! We're here to help! If you can hear me, shout!
In the original game, we didn't go back to Sector 7. We just sort of like we closed that whole. We accepted everybody in there as dead and left. So it's a bit more character, particularly for Barrett, to actually go back and look through the wreckage.
Tifa. Get back!
Shit.
Hear that?
That's Wedge's cat.
What?
Let's follow
The cats survive.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh God, that cat was very close to that plate when we pushed it over.
it. Is this all that's left of Wedge's place?
This is where we saw Wedge get crushed.
Hey! We're coming down! Stay right where you are! This place reeks of shit.
Where?
But wait! Shinra Underground Temple.
Tifa!
Knuckles on my right hand.
Cloud! Shout if you can hear me! Hey!
Hey, we get to pilot Barrett for a little bit.
If there's no path, you gotta make it. Bitch, hang in there. Must be a secret ship in this.
It's good that Barrett can keep himself entertained while he's all by himself down in the Shinra location.
Want some more? Ain't no thing.
Man, look at all these boxes I could be breaking if I was Cloud. Oh, I can still break them. Break open the boxes. There might be treasure inside. Break open the boxes. There might be treasure inside. Break open the boxes. 'Cause there might be treasure inside.
take him to build all this beneath our feet?
Yeah, wow. Underground labs underneath the slums. That's why that Shinra middle manager was down here. He was in charge of the underground slum lab. Had to be it. Could be no other reason. No, Barrett, there's plenty of room. You don't have to slowly sidle by sideways.
Not going down without a fight. Kick fire! Time for a serious ass whooping.
Maximum fury.
See ya. And there you have it.
Don't go back down, damn it.
Man, you'd think they dug halfway to hell. You really want to throw down with me? Suck it. Oh, we're done here.
I like these very accessible chests in Final Fantasy that you can open just by kicking. Shinra's really, you know, for all the evil that Shinra does, they're really accessibility focused. They want to make sure that no matter what your ability, you're able to open their chests. I like there's a slight pause as Barrett climbs because he has to like brace and grab with his free hand. Hey, Mask of Blackness, welcome back. So, since yesterday, Shinra dropped the plate on Sector 7. Successfully. We did our best to fight them off, but we were unfortunately unable to do so. Due in part to some ghost shenanigans. We saw Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge die. Barrett got very, very upset and went into denial. Aerith managed to get Marlene out safely, so Marlene is with Aerith's mom, but Aerith had to trade her freedom to the Turks. For that, we learn that Aerith is a member of an ancient race called the Ancients, or called the Cetra, which were the original stewards of the planet. They are a human variant species that were in tune with the planet spiritually and magically, so that they could communicate directly with nature. If you think very classic examples of druids, who's basically what the Cetra are. They're also the species that can use magic. So if you recall previously when we were talking about what materia is, and I mentioned that it's the memories of people that came before us, and so like the memory of fire could be turned into fire materia. Well, the Cetra are the people who created those memories, basically. Because Cetra could use magic without materia. They're just a magical species by themselves. Which is also why Aerith can use magical abilities that don't require materia, like her Soul Drain, Sorcerer's Storm, and things like that. Yeah, so the Turks have Aerith somewhere. Elmira thinks that they'll just give her back once they're done. Cloud doesn't. And now we went back to Sector 7 to see if we could find anybody still alive. We managed to make our way to Wedge's house, following one of his cats, and we found a hole in the ground that led us to an underground Shinra lab, which is where we're at right now. We briefly saw Wedge's body in the lab before we took a tumble. This whole area didn't exist in the original game. In the original Final Fantasy VII, after the plate fell, it basically went straight into, okay, we're going to go rescue Aerith now. And they sort of never looked back. In this, you get a little bit of, Barrett dealing with the consequences of his own actions. Which is what we're going through right now, basically. Like, this whole section of Barrett fighting by himself inside the Shinra lab that was under Sector 7 the whole time that they never knew about, is Barrett coming to terms with how Avalanche fed into Shinra's plans.
Ain't no thing. I'm really gonna enjoy burning it all down.
Like, Shinra was so far ahead of them that they had an underground lab under Sector 7, that held up to the plate dropping.
Tifa! Hey! Tifa! You okay?
To tell you the truth, not really. I think there's a nest around here somewhere. Can you take care of it?
I got you. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, when we entered the underground lab, the floor fell out from underneath us and we all got separated, which is why we're having to find Tifa and Cloud again.
Where's Cloud?
I don't know.
Well, he can take care of himself. We've got bigger issues. Ah! Stop on this! You don't mind if I get into the hole. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Alright. Gotta go find Wade. Come on.
But yeah, Barrett has thus far refused to accept that any of his friends could possibly be dead. And we, the player, saw Wedge get crushed by the plate dropping. So, which, in the original Final Fantasy VII, yeah, they all die Wedge, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse all die when the plate falls.
I'm afraid to ask, but did you just shoot your way in here?
Well, yeah. Work, didn't it?
What else am I gonna do, Tifa? I've got a gun for an arm. Do you expect me to knock?
Don't go to that asshole! You ain't getting out of this.
Who is blamed for the plate dropping? Oh, Shinra blames Avalanche plate dropping. And the people believe it too. Like, as we're walking through Sector 5 and Sector 6, people were talking about how, you know, Avalanche dropped the plate on us. Because that's the story that Shinra is spinning. But in actuality, Shinra dropped the plate. I like how I can just open doors by shooting them. Another warding materia.
If I gotta climb another damn ladder. That's thunder I hear? Want some more? Got a hole he won't last. Don't stay down, asshole. You can handle it.
Let me handle this.
What possible reason could Shinra have for dropping the plate? It makes no sense. Literally crushing Avalanche. They learned that Avalanche was based in Sector 7, and they can kill Avalanche and blame the plate dropping on Avalanche, just like when they blew up their own Maka reactor and blamed it on Avalanche. You know, it's authoritarianism 101. You give the people a clear and present enemy. You make it seem like they're willing to do literally anything that they can to threaten your livelihood, and people will give up their freedom for security. That's just how it works. Like we have real life examples of that all over the place. Just look at what happened to airport security after 9/11. Like, and you know, there are arguments to and for and against various aspects of thing, but the fact of the matter is that we gave up aspects of our liberties for security. And if you are a megalomaniacal, all-powerful corporation, and you want to remove more people's liberties because it's beneficial to you, then pointing at this section of the city that just got dropped and saying, hey, look, Avalanche did that, this terrorist group did that, seems like a good way to do it. Avalanche basically painted themselves into that corner by their literal acts of ecoterrorism. You know, they blew up those first 2 reactors and boldly proclaimed that they were going to blow up more. It's not very hard for people to believe they would go from blowing up Mako reactors to dropping a plate. It's just an escalation of extremism kind of thing. So we did get we did also get a sort of the thesis of what Shinra's overall plan is here. When we learned about Aerith being taken by the Turks, the Shinra believes. So there are holy scriptures and books that talk about the ancients, etc. And in these scriptures, they refer to the Cetra as the stewards of the planet, and also that the Cetra hold the key to the Promised Land. Now, Shinra believes the Promised Land to be a place of infinite resources.
Probably sleeping soundly, dreaming about his cats.
You're right.
Basically,
Treat him to a nice meal when he gets back.
Shinra thinks that, and they have some amount of evidence to this fact that we'll go over later. They believe that the Cetra hold the key to the Promised Land, which is a place of infinite Mako energy. So Shinra knows that the Mako energy is finite. They do know that. They understand that. Their hope is that they can make it last until they can find a way via Aerith to get to the Promised Land, where there is infinite Mako energy, so that they, they can make their paradise, basically. They want to build Midgar 2. They want to build the second Midgar in the Promised Land. And it'll be this utopia of, post-scarcity society. Which, generally isn't actually all that evil of a concept. It's just that they are very ruthless about how they're going about it, and they want to be the people that are in control of it. And so, in their eyes, Avalanche is a very useful tool for increasing their control over the populace. Avalanche serves as an excuse, basically, so that they can do whatever they want, and they can continue to do whatever they want.
What now?
We got it.
Get your ass out of here!
And if they could manage to kill Avalanche in the process and still have them as a scapegoat, that's just a win-win.
That's a win.
So drop the plate.
Gotta stay on my toes if I'm gonna make it out of here alive.
I like this jazz cover they made. The music in this game is very good. Alright, we're back up here. Yep, there's Wedge.
Where?
He's okay.
You
Yeah.
sure?
We learn here that Wedge is alive,
Making me worry like that.
which
I'd
is a
kick your ass if you didn't
major
look like shit.
departure.
Thank God.
Thank you.
So this is the first
Let's go.
actual deviation.
Sure.
Like ignoring things that were added in that didn't exist in the original game. This is the first thing that
You all right?
actively changed. In the original game, Biggs, Wedge, and
What is
Jesse
this?
died, and in this version, Wedge, at least, didn't. These guys are making a much earlier appearance in this game than in the original. In the original, they didn't show up until much later in the game. But of course, we, obviously didn't go into a Shinra underground lab this early.
Check out this shit right here.
Biggs and Wedge, did they put Star Wars in our JRPG? Yes, Biggs and Wedge have been in Final Fantasy as a reference since Star Wars. Also, hello, Bude. Since ignore that. Ever since A New Hope launched, there have been characters named Biggs and Wedge in Final Fantasy games as references. Biggs and Wedge are recurring characters, much in the same way that Sid is a recurring character, or a recurring character name, I should say. Biggs and Wedge, unlike Sid, though, Biggs and Wedge is always, they're always side characters. Like in Final Fantasy VI, Biggs and Wedge were a pair of Imperial soldiers that were guarding Terra, the main character, for the beginning of the game. I think 6 is the first instance of Biggs and Wedge appearing, I think. But ever since then, they've been in every... There's always a pair of characters named Biggs and Wedge in Final Fantasy now. Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. Jesse also... I don't think Jesse was in 6. I think Jesse started in 7, and then from then on, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse were everywhere. I don't know. Jesse might have been in 6. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with 6 as I am with 7. I've only played 6 once. Alright, so they're resistant to lightning. They are weak to ice. Alright, good.
This is ridiculous.
We gotta close that door. Team, you're up.
Okay, cover me.
Team up.
So these things are experiments that Shinra have been doing with Mako and its effect on human bodies.
It's using its friends as weapons?
I wouldn't suspect this thing thinks of them as friends, Tifa.
Stay strong. Seriously?
Yes, a conservative use of this finite resource. Yes, absolutely. In addition to using Mako to make electricity, and honestly, if Shinra only used Mako to make electricity, they probably wouldn't go through as much of it as they do. But no, they use Mako for all manner of experimentation. Including, later on we find, weapons. Stardust in the Vest weekly. Stardust is bi-weekly. Stardust trades off with Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. We record those in the same time slot. Just one week and another week.
That sure looks like we want to be. Woo, gotta love it. Hope you don't mind if I feel you for the hole.
Shoot it in the appendage so that its heart will reveal itself. I'm seeing a commentary on nuclear proliferation, among other things going on. Oh, absolutely, yes. Mako is a stand-in for a lot of things. The Mako must be. Yeah. Yeah, Mako is literally the lifeblood of the planet. A finite resource that's used to make electricity and weapons. So, like, using Mako kills the planet, as well as it has multiple different uses, and yeah, no, it's...
Absorbed it?
There's a lot going on here, is what we're saying. Let's summon Shiva.
We're counting on you.
The other thing is that so Mako is harvested from the life stream, which is not only the lifeblood of the planet,
Don't think you'll walk
but it's also where your soul goes after you die. Mako is ghost people. Mako is ghost juice. Basically what happens is when you die, your soul returns to the planet and the life stream and rejoins the life stream until such a point as you get reborn into a new body. This is a cycle that happens over and over again. And Shinra was like, what if we use that as a power source? Yes, unless your soul gets used to power a toaster oven, in which case, bye! Alright, Shiva, please deal with these people. God damn it. Whoops. Tifa, move. Tifa, move. Tifa, move. Tifa, move.
Good to go? The big one's the only one that matters!
Now we can concentrate on the big one.
I'm just getting started.
There we go.
Check it out.
This guy really wants to see us dead. Bang, bang. Time to go to town on this thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Killed it and got a new weapon for Tifa. Mithril claws. Hey, and Cloud comes in to steal all the credit.
You're up.
Late to the party and you giving me orders? Hell yeah!
Yeah, we just watched that monster return to the live stream. Because humans aren't the only things whose souls are whose souls go into the live stream.
Followed the trail of bullet holes. There's nobody else I know who can leave that kind of mess.
That's also how Final Fantasy gets rid of their bodies. They just dissolve back into the live stream. They don't have to worry about body horror or corpses or anything like that.
Oh God, were those...
People?
I mean, I guess you still have to worry about body horror, but
That's the Shinra I know.
Cloud?
and here come the ghosts. They shoved us out. Weren't supposed to be there.
The hell was that?
We need to get him somewhere safe. Everything else can wait until after.
Agreed. Let's go.
Cloud,
Good kitty.
Oh, we're still controlling Barrett. That makes sense. Still, this is still Barrett's, coming to terms story. So. Yeah, Barrett has had to.
Wedge back for me. I'm gonna look around for the others. He made it, didn't he? They could still be alive.
I saw them both at the pillar. Jesse and Biggs. Saw how bad they were hurt. I'm sorry, but
Don't. was supposed to return to us.
The ghost of the souls in the Mako that can't return to live stream? You're
But if we
close.
stop now, they'll never let us live it down.
You're close. We will learn what the ghosts are. Don't you worry. But you're surprisingly close there.
So, we carry that weight.
So yeah, that image is Barrett walking through his failure while carrying the symbol of his hope, which is Wedge, still being alive. Lots of visual metaphor. Yeah, now we have something that is completely different from the way the original game worked, which threw a lot of us for a loop the first time we played this game, particularly those of us that are big fans of the original game. And this was sort of the
I'm
moment where
sorry.
it's like, whoa, well,
Truly am.
what else are they going to do different?
We
Like,
had no other place to go, and
I would never leave a wounded man out on the street.
Elmira, I know what you said, but you have to let us go after Aerith.
Not this again.
We found an underground Shinra lab, where they've done human testing. This wasn't the first time, and it won't be the last. I know these people, and I know they're never gonna let Aerith go. She's the last living ancient on the planet. Think about what that means to Shinra's scientists. Especially to that son of a bitch, Hojo. We're all just numbers and meat to him.
Enough!
But...
Please, I need some time to think.
who's Hojo?
You've all had a long day. Why don't you go upstairs and get some rest?
Cloud really hates Howard Johnson's. I've never heard of Howard Johnson's referred to as a Hojo's, but I'll take your word for it. So, here's another point in the game that changes depending on what you've done up to this point. Depending on how nice you've been to Tifa and Aerith, one of three people will be outside at this point. I don't know who we're going to get this. Hey, we got Tifa. Best waifu. I think the I honestly I think the Aerith one is probably better narratively, but I'll tell you about it after this.
Can't sleep?
No. You too?
I heard footsteps.
Sorry. Didn't mean to wake you.
I'm a light sleeper. It's a soldier thing.
That flower you gave me the other night, that was from Aerith, wasn't it? I knew there was something weird going on. You buying flowers? They symbolize reunion, believe it or not. I was curious, so I looked it up. I tried to keep it alive as long as I could. But now, it's dead and buried. Like the bar. Our home. and everything else. They took everything from us. Again.
So yesterday we saw a scene where it felt like Cloud was upset at himself for not being able to cry.
Cloud. Cloud, you're hurting me.
Now we learn he also can't hug properly.
It's stupid. I know that crying's a waste of time.
That's not true.
Thank you.
Yeah, yesterday, as we watched Jesse die,
You've done
Tifa
more
was
for us
bawling
than
her
we
eyes
deserve.
out, and Cloud
I won't
couldn't
forget
cry.
this.
And he seemed very
If
upset
you ever
about
need
that.
anything, all you gotta do
This
is
sort of
holler.
pays that off.
Happy to help out, however I can.
Elmira,
I've been thinking about what you said.
she's calling out to me. I can feel it.
We all can. So please. She's our friend. We have to help her.
Barrett hasn't even met her yet.
I always knew it was coming. Knew that one day I'd have to say goodbye to my baby.
But
girl.
she saved his daughter,
But
so
not
he's like,
yet.
well, fuck yes.
Please, bring her back to me.
We'll never do that. Actually, we might. I don't know. This series might change. In the original, we never fucking bring her back to Elmira.
I'm sorry, honey. I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could be with you all the time. I really do. But if I stay here, I can't fight out there. Some bad people are trying to hurt the planet. And Daddy and his friends are trying to stop those bad people. The slums, your friends, the whole planet. It's Daddy's job to protect it.
Don't mind me, just crying again.
And that's why I've got to go. You remember that nice girl who came to find you? Well, now we have to go find her. And when we bring her home, you need to say thank you, okay?
Okay. That girl, she was kinda...
What?
nothing. You should help her.
We will.
You'll come back, right?
Of course, I promise.
Okay, you can go.
Requires 3 years of experience in saving the planet at entry level. God, every time Marlene is on screen, I can't help but cry. Because again, she reminds me of my daughter. You know, Barrett is a weird but good dad. Yes. Or wired but good. Yeah.
She's tougher than me. All right, time to get some payback.
Don't forget why we're doing this.
I know. To rescue Aerith.
Barrett is one of the best characters in the
How are we
game.
supposed to get topside?
He's
With
definitely
everything
one of the
that's happened,
most
the train's still
complex
running.
characters.
Well, we could walk along the tracks.
I've
The
obtained.
city's on high alert. All the roads and public transit
Sorry,
have
I
probably been
obtained the
locked down by now.
pedometer materia. It makes me laugh every time I get it. This is a brand new materia. Pedometer materia. May do something after taking a number of steps. This is the dumbest materia. Oh, I don't even remember what it does now. God, I think it's actually really good once you once you take 5,000 steps. Yeah, Fitbit acquired. Oh fuck! Where do I put it? Oh, where do I put it? May do something. It might do something. Let's replace the steadfast block with the pedometer.
What's the plan then? You know another way up?
No, but I think I know someone who might.
You mean Corneo.
So yeah. The scene prior, so yeah, there are 3 different scenes you can have during that nighttime thing where we went and met Tifa over here. If you're nicer to Tifa than you are to Aerith, you get Tifa and that scene, which is a really good scene, and it pays out. That scene pays off Cloud's emotional trauma and emotional stress, and Tifa's. If you're nicer to Aerith than Tifa, Aerith is out here. And she's talking to you. She's talking to you in your dream. And she tells Cloud to not fall in love with her. Like, don't do that. It will not end well. Which pays off the, she's calling out to me thing that he says later on. And if you're not nice to either of them, if you're an absolute asshole to both, Barrett is out here. Which is also a reference to the original game where you had there's a place called the Golden Saucer you go to, and on those same 2 parameters, you either go on a date, you end up going on a date, and it's either a date with Aerith, a date with Tifa, or a date with Barrett. It's the Barrett date is funny, but but yeah. So one of those three will be out here, and it'll be a different scene. Barrett's just sort of talking about needing to rescue Aerith and how he feels bad. Tifa is the scene that we saw, and Aerith is warning Cloud not to fall in love with her, which is a weird thing. I don't remember. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember exactly what Barrett says to Cloud. I know it's more of a comedy scene really than a serious one. I know that. It might not even be a comedy scene. I genuinely don't remember. It's been a year since I've seen it. I'm here for this Barrett Cloud ship. Yeah. Alright. But we've got our full group back. Now we can go see Don Corneo. Well, first we can go talk to some kids and buy some stuff because they have really good shit.
My fellow grounders, listen up, because boy do I have some news for you! So after bombing reactors 1 and 5, what do the eco-terrorists do? They go for the trifecta and take out Mako Reactor 7! Another attack by amateurs who don't care about collateral damage. The sky is falling and Avalanche is to blame. But wait! Did you know Wutai is the one funding their activities? For all their claims about fighting for the slums, they're nothing more than pawns of Wutai. puppets dancing to the tune of their foreign masters. And that's the truth. Topside news delivered straight to your ears. That'll be 5 gil. 5 gil, come on.
Damn, man. Knew we couldn't trust Wu-Tai to leave us alone.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I was just feeling particularly nauseous yesterday.
Does this mean there'll be another war?
After what they've done, what choice do we have?
5 gil apiece, cough it up. The truth ain't free, you know.
We ain't no damn pawns of Wu-Tai. I couldn't care less about the rest, but that shit...
No one will listen to us. There's no point in even trying. I'm sorry.
Oh, the music cut out there real suddenly.
Hey, Tifa, listen. There's no room in this for regrets or what-ifs or any of that. All we can do is keep moving forward. Keep following this path we chose. Wherever, so we can say we did all we could.
I know. But right now, instead of looking forward, you need to look around. Everyone here is terrified. So I'm asking you, don't.
The class plate means that people in the slums are in desperate need of assistance. Once the party decides to build, no longer. So yeah, so we get
I know
one
we're
more
short
section
on
of side
time,
quests
but
before
let's try to help
before
out
we enter
wherever
into
we
the end
can.
game.
How far could they have gone? Oh, Cloud. Have you seen the kids around by any chance? I haven't seen them since they left to do their patrols. I knew I should have told them to stay inside today. If you do happen to run into them somewhere, could you tell them to come back right away? I can describe them if it'd help.
Don't worry. I'll know.
Just stay calm and wait here. You never know. They might come back on their own. Okay?
Yes.
We have to find the kids again.
Thank you so very much.
Yep, time to do more side quests.
Welcome to the Moogle Emporium.
So you know how Barrett has a gun for an arm? And his entire character, like, combat style is built around the fact that he has a gun for an arm? What if, now hear me out, what if he had a scissors for an arm? Give him the clamps. First of all, as we always say, more materia. Is Barrett an orc now? He does get a power claw. You're not wrong. And Tifa obviously has some mithril claws. The claws on this are much shorter than they were in the original game. In the original game, they're like, you know, like orcish claws of attacks. TVX 23, yeah. I mean, he already has the DACA. Now it's time for the chopper. Got ourselves a big old chopper on the arm. Yeah. Parrot but a flash kit. Yeah, definitely. I get. If I ever get a chance to play a 40k orc, I might just make Barrett but a flash kit. Actually, not.
Hey, you! Cloud, right? Man, am I glad I caught you. Sam, he told me who you are. Said you're a merc, and a former soldier at that. Listen, I hate to ask, but we got a few runaway birds. Mind helping us find them? Poor things were so startled by that plate coming down, they just up and bolted. I'm sure they're around here somewhere, frightened and hungry. My poor birds.
Worried about them, huh? All right. I think we can help you out.
Oh, thank you. When you find them, feed them this. There's 3 missing all told, and their names are Coco, Lolo, and Momo.
He's so green.
They'll come on home once they got some food
All
in
green?
their bellies.
Oh,
Good luck. I'm counting on y'all.
I shall. I can never. I never have any idea how to pronounce the name of the greens here. So yeah, we have there's a in this section of the game there is a Chocobo courier service, the Chocobo, it basically acts as a fast travel system throughout the Sector 5 and 6 slums. But in order to fully unlock it, you have to go actually find the other Chocobos. So I did that before I went to find the kids because I know where both the kids and the Chocobo are. Abo.
It's you, my good merc. What brilliant timing you have. Oh, hello there. It is a pleasure to meet you both. I'm a journalist for the Daily Buzz.
Yes.
The Daily Buzz? You mean that trash filled with Shinra fluff pieces?
Well, yes, that's fair. But we do get a lot of inside information because of our close ties with the company. Curious? Here's the scoop. A certain division of Shinra, that shall remain nameless, was planning to seize Corneo's assets. But before they could, the key to his secret vault, within which his misbegotten gains were securely tucked away, was stolen. And my sources tell me that the thief is the Undercity's beloved hero, the Angel of the Slums! The unidentified bandit who's been targeting anyone with ties to Shinra or Corneo. Yes, that Angel of the Slums has struck again! Well, do I have your undivided attention now?
Kinda, but hurry it up. We don't have time for a 3-act play.
Then I'll make this quick. So, my good merc, you do remember where the Angel's hideout is, right?
Do you remember the death threat she left there?
Oh, that. I've decided to seek the silver lining in this case. If the Angel of the Slums deigns to take an interest in a humble reporter, then that itself would be a story.
What are you asking?
If you recover the stolen key, feel free to help yourself to the contents of Corneo's vault. All I want is knowledge, the identity of the Angel. So if you happen to learn anything of value, I'd be tremendously grateful to you if you passed it along.
Note, we never actually agree. Cloud gets away with a lot by never actually saying yes to anybody. Uh-oh, purple mist. Follow it.
Hey, Cloud.
Gotta be one of them lost kids.
Lost? Who said we were lost? Stupid old man.
What'd you say?
What are you doing out here? And where's everyone else?
Well, we saw a bunch of tombstones lying on the ground, so we decided to stand them back up. And then I heard laughing coming from somewhere, and when I turned around, everyone was gone. I was alone.
Yeah, in the train graveyard, there was an Eligor stealing away kids, killing them and turning them into ghosts.
I heard that, and everyone disappeared.
And it had a purple
Heads up.
effect around it.
Shit.
Allow me.
Phantom, though by experts thought by experts to be a subspecies of ghost, much like their relatives, however, they set upon passerby and cause mischief as well as harm, and no one can discern why. Enemy skills can be learned from this monster. Barrett and Tifa got their face blasted all over Midgar. How are they walking around without... Well, Barrett got sort of like a top-down view of him blasted across Midgar. Tifa never did. As for how Barrett's walking around without anyone trying to arrest him, mostly people don't care. They're not really looking at him. And also, as much as people hate Avalanche, they don't like Shinra either. So it's like, best just let those problems solve themselves. Yeah, because Tifa was not acquired the Spirit Siphon ability. Anyways. Tifa was not at the the first Mako reactor. She didn't go on that mission.
Calling fire. Deal with that.
You're up.
All set.
Good job.
Come on.
Come on. Cloud. Take him out.
Have this.
Oh, god damn it.
Got it?
Let you down.
I've got you. Be careful.
Hell yeah, bring it on.
Going in.
I'm coming for you.
Let's switch it up.
You ain't gonna get away. I'm not finished.
Gotta stick it out till the end.
Heads up.
Yeah, basically, the Undercity has the let the assholes duke it out amongst themselves mentality, basically. Because for Undercity citizens particularly, it's sort of a lose-lose situation. If you approach Avalanche directly, you'll probably get killed by Avalanche. And if you go to Shinra, you'll get killed by Avalanche. Because remember, Barrett isn't just a criminal. He's a terrorist.
Let's dance, asshole.
Not that they are necessarily a terrorist on the same scale or for the same purposes, but if you saw Osama bin Laden in the street, you wouldn't just walk up to him and perform a citizen's arrest. And when you live in a totalitarian government, when you live in a totalitarian regime, basically, you also don't just go to the cops. You might call the cops, later, when you are nowhere nearby. Okay. Stop disappearing, piece of shit.
Can you fight? I can't. I won't. Shake it off, okay? I can't believe this.
Tifa! Gotta be careful.
I hate the ghost fights.
Ain't dead yet. Shit.
Phantoms are particularly a pain in the ass because they keep disappearing. And then they reappear and hit you.
Not done yet.
Like that. God. Yeah, being noticed by your terrifying government at all is usually undesirable when trying to be a collaborator. And the Undercity people are the ones that the government oppresses directly.
Oh! Look, Cloud's here too.
So why'd you kids come out all this way?
This is where our parents are. They're resting, but we wanted to say hi. Sometimes you just want to do that, you know?
I do.
Thanks so much for coming to find us. That's another one I owe ya. We're gonna head back to the house now. Ms. Foley is probably pretty worried.
Our parents are resting out here. Reminder, these are all orphans.
I think it might come in handy.
Bunch of little smartasses. With good hearts.
I like their wooden Buster Swords. I like that they came up with the wooden Buster Swords like that. They had no wooden Buster Swords. Cloud came, and by the time Cloud got done rescuing their friends, they had already made a bunch of wooden Buster Swords. Like, Cloud walked through, and by the time he got back, they all had them. But now, I at least have time. They're industrious. I mean, they got nothing better to do. To be fair. Chocabo! Leave my chocobo alone, you bastard.
No holding back.
First, assess.
Best do it right.
No weaknesses. Absorbs magic, though. Spell weaving airborne lizards found in the Sector 5 slums, included by nature, they cannot resist collecting shiny objects of jewelry. While enveloped in darkness, they absorb all spells. However, inflicting a certain amount of damage while they cast gravity will dispel the darkness and make them susceptible to staggering for a short while. So, watch out for gravity. Whoop, there goes gravity.
Double time.
Bring it on.
Barrett, I wish you had a gun for an arm right now.
Let's hustle. Take the lead. Double time. Come on.
I know you can do it.
Bring it! There! You're up!
I got this.
Bring it home.
Okay, let's go!
Taking over.
I got it! Good luck!
Let's do this.
It's on now.
Down! Heads up!
That's all you got.
No need to panic.
My turn.
Give me your best shot!
All right.
It's not over yet.
Gonna throw your ass.
Giving it my all!
Getting sloppy.
Woo! God, that fucking flying lizard is difficult to fight. We did it though. We saved the chocobo. Alright, so your Tifa, have an ether. And then Kira.
on you.
Yeah. Bring it.
You think you can take me on?
There.
Suck on this.
Ow.
It's on now.
I do like that for his charging uppercut. He basically puts the he puts the claws under the neck of the target and then slams it up. Hey, I acquired the self-destructibility by standing in that explosion. You know, you live in a dystopia when there is a robot whose only purpose is to pollute the air. Yeah, called a smogger. Created by Shinra. Why? No one knows. Other than to pollute the air. Yeah, the uppercut, he puts the pincer claws like around the neck and punches up.
Hey there, Merc. Brought some friends today, I see. Name's Murray. Cloud and me, well, let's just say we're recent acquaintances.
What are you doing here?
Same thing as you, if I had to guess. Hunting for Don Corneo's fortune.
Now, how'd you know about that?
Well, there's nothing I love more than a good rumor. But I decided to fact-check this one myself. Hate to burst your bubble, but it's not here.
If the angel of the slums got to it first, then I'm guessing that guild is as good as gone.
Sounds like a reasonable assumption. But you know, that's not the rumor that's been making the rounds. Humor me real quick. A question. Hypothetically, if you did manage to get your hands on this treasure, what do you think you would do with it?
Easy. Make sure the people of Sector 7 had the means to get back on their feet. That's what. We'd use that creep's fortune to better the lives of everyone down here.
Right. Back to this rumor. Word on the street says the angel doesn't have the key. If you want the full story, talk to Kyrie. She may be young, but she knows everything about everyone. She's easy to spot, too. Striped stockings, big hat. Girl doesn't exactly fit in.
Where is she?
Oh, who knows? I'm too old to keep up with kids her age these days. You understand.
When last we saw her, she was yelling some vicious lies that Shinra was spreading about Avalanche. About how we're, you know, terrorists and shit.
You ready?
Hey, look, it's back up!
Don't
I'm not sure how reliable it is. How dare you knock me out of my uppercut? I didn't take your head off.
Come on.
I've got you covered.
There we go. How do I actually get his... I keep forgetting to check how I earn proficiency with this. Top up energy reserve? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. I guess it's good at filling the ATB gauge, isn't it? And Tifa's is strike an enemy. Tifa, I need you to...
You would say
Tifa, you're not punching the enemy enough. I need you to do that more.
ain't nothing.
Easy now.
Stay down, asshole. How'd you like
Give
that?
your best shot.
Good job. Suck on this.
Weapon ability learned.
All set.
Alright, see ya, Bude. T-trap.
Down.
And T-trap.
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
You asked for it.
See ya.
Need my help, do you?
Let me in.
Asshole!
Would kill for a shower.
There a chocobo down. There's not a chocobo. Need to find an chocobo.
Bring it. Take the lead.
Guess it's my turn.
I got this.
Ain't no thing.
See ya.
See ya.
No escape for you.
Alright.
Bring it.
T-trap ability required
decent
and healing
team.
materia improved.
Who would have thought?
Also, we walked 1,000 steps.
thinking? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Crawl into a hole and die.
Oh, look, it's Johnny.
Oh, Johnny's been had.
And I was looking forward to my first
Bro,
dream.
Tifa! Damn, is it good to see you guys again.
I told you to stop calling me that.
Bro, I'm in serious need of your expertise. Lend me a hand.
Fine. What?
Truth is, I'm trying to get out of town for reasons. Yeah, reasons. But the thing is, I got mugged. She took it all, man. I tried to chase her down, I really did. But she was real fast like. Man, what am I gonna do? This could be the end for old Johnny boy. I'm begging you, help me out. Come on, bro.
What'd she look like?
Bro! Hold on. Let me think. I want to get this right. She was a cutie, black hair. Pretty sure she was wearing a hat. And, oh yeah, she was wearing these striped stockings too.
Kyrie?
Which way'd she go?
Toward the church, I think.
Chase Kyrie to the church. Just a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break before we go on with that. So if you're watching on Twitch, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Also, remember, when I take a break, it's your break too. So get up, stretch your legs, walk around, grab a drink. That. Go back in just a few minutes. And we're back. Theoretically. Supposedly. Supposedly we...
This is the thanks I get.
We need to go this way anyways, because there's a chocobo.
What's the world?
I have a daughter living up.
Dad looks pretty worn out.
Yes. She had to have disappeared. There's no way she got away with that.
Won't be tough.
Bring her.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I should get Barrett a gun arm back. Now that I've got the thing unlocked.
That's the way to do
It is kind of funny to watch him use maximum fury with the claw, though.
Claw.
Barrett. Big Bertha coming back to you. Persona 5 Strikers comes out in 9 days. I'm gonna have to get that on my PS4, I think. I don't know. I have to see. Like, you can get it. I think you can get it on PC, but I don't know. I feel like there's probably going to be some sort of integration with if you have Persona 5, like, or Persona 5 Royal. I should check and see if there is indeed some sort of integration there. Alright. Tifa's metal knuckles down to 110 physical damage. Actually, I upgraded weapons and then didn't change any of them.
this shit out.
Okay.
Yes, it's my turn.
Too late. Would kill for a shower.
Blue magic is good. Do spirit siphon, heal myself, kill them. Really good. Chocobo. This. Just no flowers obtained.
What? It wasn't me. You've got the wrong girl. Never committed a crime in my life.
You Kyrie?
Kyrie? Who's that? Can't say I know her, but cool name.
Someone mugged our friend and took every last skill he had. Sound familiar?
Oh, that? Ooh, I thought I was in actual trouble. Don't scare me like that.
Now I remember you. You're that chick. The one who was spreading lies in Sector 5.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Good times, good times. Hold on. I know you, Blondie. You're that merc everyone's talking about. Maybe my luck's not so bad. Shinra's after me. You've gotta help me.
Stole from them too, did ya?
No. Well, yes, sorta. It's complicated. How was I supposed to know they were Shinra? And now those jerks won't leave me alone. Even though all I took was some ugly key. I mean, what's the big deal anyway?
Wait a minute. That was you?
Oh, great. So everyone's talking about it? Is this the end? Am I a dead woman? Do I have to go on the run? Leave Midgar forever and never look back?
Kyrie, please. Just give us the money you stole from our friend, would you? And the key while you're at it.
No way! You're gonna split the second I do! And then who will protect me? I can't handle this on my own!
We'll handle Shinra if you give us the key. Deal?
It's a deal! Right about now, those Shinra creeps should be hanging out at the Coliseum. They're waiting for a special match to start, starring yours truly. It's the talk of the town.
You're joking.
Oh, I won't be there. I'm not stupid.
It's a miracle you've managed to stay alive this long.
I'll take that as a compliment. Now run along and clean up my mess.
Really, all you can do is sigh. All right. One last chocobo we've got to rescue.
Come on, let's ride.
There's one particular Chocobo remix that I love. It's called Crazy Chocobo. It's from the Final Fantasy 13-2, I think. It's like a heavy metal rock cover or a remix of the Chocobo theme, complete with like a screamo singing lyrics about a crazy Chocobo, like a heavy metal. It's like the lyrics are like, so you think you can ride this Chocobo? Go hands, like, think you'll survive like riding in this chocobo rodeo or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. And it's great. It's definitely one of the best chocobo. Chocobo music by itself is just. That key.
No problem.
Was never in doubt. Don't hold back. Enough. We make a decent team.
Who would have thought, huh?
Easy now. Get ready. Calling lightning. Shit. Buzz off. Going in. Here we go.
Watch your look. Time for a serious ass whoop.
Too late. No surprises there.
Get the hell out of my way. Need my help. Check out this shit right here.
Worked up a good sweat.
Our good police.
Y'all ain't in for a goddamn world of hurt.
You ready?
Guess it's my turn. Ain't no thing. Get your ass out of here. Come on. Hurry up. I'm counting on you.
Give him your all.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, you too.
Alright, I think that's maxed out our prayer materia, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. So 2 more levels, but so yeah, pray is really good. Requires 2 ATB bars, but like once you get up to level 5 pray, it's the equivalent of a Curaga, but for everybody. Really good.
Won't even need to try.
Confident, ain't you? Kiss my ass. Can't you sleep this? Hope you don't mind if I feel shit hurts, yo. How'd you like that? Now that is what I call teamwork.
I guess. We won't hold back.
Sucks to be you. All right. Watch it
Let's go. See ya. Bye. That's the way to do it.
There it is. Oh god, the Tripopolies. I hate these. They're such a pain in the ass. A subspecies of Vargid police that was created in experiments that violated every precept of bioethics. They can multiply by simple fission. They're resistant to physical and magic attacks. If their attacks are interrupted while they're dancing, they clone themselves. Defeat the clone first with the original to deal with the original effectively. Yeah. If you attack them while they're dancing, they clone themselves. But if you kill the clone, then they take damage too. So.
Take it off.
Also, if you damage them significantly while they're casting Aeroga, you can stagger them. So they have very short stagger times.
Pushing it.
There it is. The Proto-Tripopolis thing you want to kill. Because killing it hurts them.
Stay strong.
I got it.
Why didn't you move?
I'm ending this. No holding back. Keep it together.
Hey, we walked 2,000 steps.
Take the lead.
Bring it to heat. Want some more? You ain't getting out of this.
My turn. Let's do it. I'll end it. Gotta give it my all. Deal with that.
Bring it home.
Haven't even learned Screech from these guys yet, and that's the thing we're supposed to be able to learn.
Let's do this.
Got him.
Just like that, okay?
I gotcha.
Okay then, that makes 3.
We better check in at Sam's.
There's the champ with a heart of gold. My babies are all back home, safe and sound. Now I can finally get back to the business of business. Thanks, partner. Here, y'all earn this. It's a pass that'll get you a ride on one of my carriages whenever you need it. Free of charge, of course. Not bad, am I right? Chocobos or something else. You can ride them, pet them, befriend them. What would we do without them?
Be walking a
There's
lot.
a reason a guy like me can keep a roof over his head in a town like this, and that's no lie. I wouldn't blame you for doubting that coming from me, but it is what it is.
All right. Chocobo quest finished.
Looking at this place, you'd never know a plate fell next door.
Do we really have to deal with Corneo again?
Got no other choice.
What? Did you guys get into it with him or something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Huh? Hey, Cloud, what happened?
Don't recall.
Everyone's so sad. Oh, hey,
Betty, I'm so glad to see you're okay.
you too. Where's Marlene? Is she okay?
Don't worry, she's safe.
Really? I'm so glad. Hey, can you help me with something? I'm looking for music discs for the jukebox. I think some new music might cheer people up, make them happy.
That's a wonderful idea.
Okay, if we find any music discs, we'll bring them straight to you. You just promise to crank up the volume, all right?
You know I
power of music. So now that it's daytime here in Sector 6, we can actually get access to some things we couldn't get access to previously. Because there were like some areas that were blocked off from us to be able to grab things.
What choice do we have? And we'll be set for life if he picks me for his bride.
I like that once we get into the back alley, all the music dies away. Google Metal.
If it isn't Cloud.
We're looking for a way topside. No one?
Good luck with that. Security's so tight these days that not even a gnat could slip through. Wallmarket's in a sorry state, too. Corneo's men are turning it upside down looking for Avalanche. The man with a gun for an arm.
What? Got a problem?
No, but you might. Corneo's men are searching high and low for an Avalanche member who fits your description. Shinra has placed a very impressive bounty on you and your friends' heads.
Yeah, see, people do recognize Barrett as a member of Avalanche. It's just that
Fools got anything better to do?
who's going to approach
You should also
him?
know that you and that arm of yours were spotted in the Sector 5 slums. Apparently, you were loitering in a rather lovely flower garden.
Oh, yeah? Wait,
This is bad. Really bad.
let's move.
Hold on, I'll fix us something to eat.
We'll worry about that in a minute. Right now, we've got other things, like the music.
All those waiting to enter the Honeybee Inn, please form a line.
Pleasure to see you again, sir.
You a regular?
We're here to see Andrea.
Terribly sorry, sir. Mr. Rodea is currently training at the gym. Since you're here, sir, might you favor us with another dazzling performance?
No.
I like how Cloud does not explain anything. Barrett and Tifa, don't even worry about it. It's none of your business. And much like Vegas, Sector 6 doesn't really look all that good in the daylight. Like at night, there's all the neon signs and flashing lights and music and sound, and in the daytime, it's just kind of shitty.
Hey, those officers, where'd they go?
It's been hours now. Don't you think you've done enough? Believe me, I ought to know.
Nope. Not yet. Andy. Cloud. How are you?
I was hoping you knew a way we could get topside.
sorry, but it's not possible. Well, well. What do we have here? I can see you're someone who likes to train to be the very best.
Me?
Your
Oh,
physique,
yeah.
slender yet toned, and that perfectly balanced symmetry. I can tell from a glance that you learned from the best there is. But your muscles look tight, which can only mean one thing. You're conflicted.
Tifa? Excuse me. You're Tifa, right? While you're here, want to give Andy a run for his money? Work up a sweat, release some endorphins. It's the answer to everything. I promise.
I'm in, if you are. All right then. The winner will be the one who does the most pull-ups. Together we will surpass our limits.
So the difference between the pull-ups and the sit-ups is that the button order changes.
Not bad at all. That's how it's done.
Or pull-ups and squats, I should say. Fuck, I completely lost track of where I was going. Yeah, because it's a non-standard, like pattern. It's easy to lose track. And as the rounds go on, Andrea gets better.
Not bad at all. Your form's looking good. I knew you could do it. That's how it's done. Your form's looking good. I knew you could do it. Not bad at all. You got this. Come on. Your form's looking good. Not bad at all.
Ooh, okay. I'm ahead of him. I can theoretically
Gotta
lead.
learn from this for next time.
On hard mode, it's
It seems you
ridiculous.
bested me, Tifa.
I can't believe I won.
Your fiery passion pushed me to my limits and helped me to overcome my lingering stress and fatigue. I'll be taking the stage tonight in the best condition of my life. Thank you.
No, thank you for the same.
To commemorate the evening, I would be honored if you joined me on stage for a performance someday.
Amateur.
There's always time for training. Here for a little training? Bringing everything I've got. That's how it's done. I knew you could do it. Not bad at all. That's how it's done. Your form's looking good. You got this. Come on. Not bad at all. I knew you could do it. That's how it's done. Yeah. Feel the burn. Your form's looking good. That's how it's done. I knew you could do it. Not bad at all. You got this. Come on. You two are doing awesome. That's how it's done. I knew you could do it. Oh, not bad at all. Looking good. Let me see you sweat. Your form's looking good. No!
shallow.
Congratulations! You outworked me hardcore.
Glad to see these guys have grown since the other night where I had to beat them.
Are you here for?
Alright. Jules is gonna give me a fucking run for my money.
Okay, let's have some fun.
Just like you do with squats. I think this is the one where you can't fuck up. If you do, you... Because Jules only messes up once.
I believe in you. Poetry in motion. How much training do you do?
I can't get enough of those beautiful muscles!
You're better than I thought.
Slow and steady. 1, 2, 1, 2. Who'd have thought it'd be this close? You can do it, Jules! We're rooting for you! Poetry in motion. I can hear your muscles.
Yeah, this is the one. Jules messes up exactly once.
How much training do you do? I believe in you.
You are in the zone.
You're better than I thought.
You are in the zone.
Oh man, who's gonna win this one? It's too close to tell. How much training do you do?
Who'd have thought it'd be this close?
You're better than I thought. I believe in you.
Poetry in motion.
Ooh. Ooh.
No surprises there.
Yeah, Jules messes up once on each round, and that's
I
it.
keep up with you. Even as a trainer, I still have a lot to learn.
And again, hard mode, everything's harder.
Hey, you think it's got something to do with a plate collapse? I saw it with my own eyes. A public security team walked right into Corneo's mansion. I saw it with my own eyes. A public security team walked right into Corneo's mansion.
Don't tell anyone.
With these babies, you can send intruders flying. I guarantee. Only a few left. Get yours while you can.
Oh, champ! Couldn't have picked a better time. This Kyrie chick totally flaked on her match, which means we're down a fighter, and we can't exactly pit the other guy against himself. What do you say? Mind taking?
I'll take it.
Sweet! You're a real wall market hero, man. Crowd's gonna go wild when they see you.
No idea what this match is. Oh, yeah.
The hell you doing here? Where's the girl, Kyrie? That thieving little pipsqueak?
Guessing he's the guy she's running from.
Kyrie's not coming. He'll have to make do with us.
Whatever. I can roll with it. After all, you and me, we got unfinished business.
I think I might have a bad materia equipped on Cloud for this.
Which of these two will claim victory in today's Angel Cup? Fighters, begin!
Best do it right.
Fire. The Hellhound is weak to ice.
don't overdo it.
I got it. Not throwing in the towel. Finish him off. Heads up.
Ow.
Whatever.
Freeze! Give him your all. Heads up. Let's finish this.
Our reigning champion does it again! Not only does he retain his crown, but now he can add Beast Whisperer to his list of impressive achievements!
Ah! That wasn't too much trouble.
Yeah.
Watching you guys fight gave me goosebumps. Hope your next match is even better than the last.
We gotta go back to the Coliseum so we can get everybody's limit breaks. We have to. There's a bunch of fights we need to do in the Coliseum to get other people's limit breaks, special items,
So how'd it go?
and money.
Well enough. If they're smart, they won't send anyone else.
Really? That is so good to hear.
Learn your lesson, girl?
Totally. From now on, I only steal from the right people.
That ain't the lesson.
Talk about a weight off my shoulders. Oh, I completely lost track of time. I'd better get going.
Hold it.
Grandma! Why are you here?
You, young lady, are gonna hear about this later. Thank you for keeping her out of trouble.
She say grandma?
What? Did I forget to mention it to you? Kyrie's my granddaughter, my flesh and blood. See? We even have the same eyes. Kyrie, the key. You've kept them waiting long enough.
Yeah. What's it for, anyway? Why do you guys want it?
And how's that any of your business, young lady? Learn to wipe your own ass before you start rooting around in other people's shit.
Ugh, Grandma, cut it out! You're embarrassing me!
Me embarrass you? Says the girl who steals from anyone. Even a thief needs principles, not to mention the courage of convictions to follow their conscience. Take it from me, the guardian angel of the slums.
Wait a minute. You're the angel?
And you three are Avalanche. There's a fire in you. I can see it flickering in your eyes. That same fire's in me too. The guardian angel of the slums, Avalanche. They're just names. We are who we choose to be. But you have to decide who that is and commit. Make the most of your time when you still have it. Right?
We are who we choose to be.
Huh?
If we got our hands on Corneo's fortune and gave it away, we could be angels of the slums too.
I suppose that's one way we can do some good.
But that isn't the only way that Avalanche could make a real difference.
That's true enough.
This fight of ours is far from over, though.
Now we can unlock all those doors.
I hear Corneo's got secret rooms hidden in the sewers. More than even he knows.
Yeah, there are several doors that we've passed by throughout the game that have like the red and gold calligraphy on it, or on them. And those are unlocked with this key. First, let's go give Johnny his wallet. I like I like the R&B remix here, or the hip hop remix.
Keep waiting or go home.
My wallet! My precious wallet! You really did it, bro! I knew I could count on you!
For the last time, don't call me that.
Thank you. Now I can get out of town.
You're leaving?
Hush, Tifa. Don't try to stop me. I'm a wanted man in these parts. If I stayed, I'd be a danger to you too.
Okay.
But if you begged me to stay, I could reconsider throwing everything away.
Good luck out there, Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Instantly
Fine,
shot
whatever.
down.
You're Johnny. Don't forget.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I am! I'm your Johnny, Tifa, and nothing's gonna bring me down! Bro, Tifa, keep on shining. Johnny out.
Put a fucking shirt on, Johnny.
Hey there, man. You into music? I screwed up an order of discs. Mind taking at least one off my hands?
Everything's gonna be alright. I'll stay with you. I think it's time. We cut our losses.
I think they just don't want to be alone right now.
I'm getting kind of sleepy.
This way. That spot. You. Bye.
This should be pretty easy.
Nope.
Take the
Go
lead.
ahead.
Need
Kill
my
him.
help, do you? Stay down, asshole.
I was gonna run past, but I mean, the XP's good, and also fuck these guys.
Gotta love it. Check out this shit with it pouring it on. Keep it coming. I'm ready.
One step at a time, huh?
All right. So yeah, these areas are just fucking treasure troves, basically. Another prayer materia. Moogle medals, maiden kisses. Moogle medals can be traded to that kid for, you know, all manner of fun stuff. Circlet's a good accessory. Get 3,000 gil. And a ruby tiara, which we can give to someone else to sell for money. Then there's another one over here at the collapsed expressway. Give us a second, which will give us a second tiara as well as a whole bunch of other good stuff. There's the third Corneo stash. Oh yeah, I can't get to that last one till later.
You okay? It's a panic attack. It'll pass.
Happened to me before, too.
And we've walked 3,000 steps so far. Only 2,000 more to go. Got a circlet and a healing carcinet. Healing carcinet increases the effectiveness of healing items, spells, and abilities. And a circlet increases your MP by 10 and your magic power by 5%. Those are both really good. Music discs are over here. Oh wait, no, it's that way. It's that way. Yeah. This way.
We can all use a break.
You wouldn't believe the records I found when I was... Wanna take one off my hands?
I've got a brother in the sacrifice.
Turks theme.
Nothing? What's that? You want to get in on my flow? Huh.
Don't mind me, just going through people's stuff, trying to find anything useful. That's what the hero does.
Little crowd over there. Think they're all Sector 7 refugees?
Wow, what a song. It makes me feel like I can do anything.
Yeah! Yeah! I can feel this song calling to my inner warrior! Yeah! I can take on the world! It's time I took action, made a stand!
Hell yeah, that's it. That's the fire we need right now. Be a force for change, brother.
Ooh, I like this one. It's really peaceful, don't you think?
Is it okay if I stay and listen for a bit? This song is a favorite of mine.
Sure.
Missing one more.
It's not right. Me
One more disc somewhere. It's somewhere around here, too.
I saw it with my own eyes. A public security team walked right into Corneo's men.
What better way?
Don't tell anyone. I heard Dundee.
Welcome to Wall Market's premier weapon shop.
Oh, hey. A new sword for Cloud. Little saber.
Do come again.
Mithril Saber being Cloud's, you know. A, it gives Cloud Blade Burst, which is a really good ability, and B, it's a magic sword. Also, just looks cool. Alright, well, there's still plenty of side quests to do. I'm actually going to put us down here so that when we get back to it tomorrow, we'll be able to just go straight into the Coliseum fights. Because these are good for making money. They're also good for acquiring abilities and training up swords and things. And while the Mithril Saber is a fun magic sword, it's not actually a really good sword. So we want to learn the Blade Beam as quickly as possible and then probably just dump it. Yeah, that'll be it for Senstaku's ADHD stream for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more. And also tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, we are returning to Grand Terra Shadowfront. 40. Episode 45. Titled The King Everstone. Tune in to see what's happening in Everstone, in Valdez's hometown, and what's going to happen with... They just finished killing a bunch of demons, and now it's going to be time to see what happens next. Yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in tonight for that, and see you tomorrow for more ADHD stream.